Hello YouTubers, look what I got in the post today. That was quick, wasn't it? We've got 2 new valves, so let's have a look to see what we've been given. Siemens, I didn't know they made valves. This is an A674 This is our tuner valve. We'll keep these empty boxes because they'll come in for our own valves that haven't got boxes. And there's the first one. Now we'll test that. ECC85, that's the first one. We'll keep the box because they'll come in. Don't throw away the box. And the second one is the tuning valve, the Magic Eye tuning valve. Mallard, made in England. Fantastic. Brand new. Do you know, it's amazing that you could still get valves that like this new. It's amazing. So that's our let's go and get the old ones just to compare them. I remember where I put it now. Here we are. So there's the new valve for the tuner, and there's the old master one. That other one we were looking at, there's an equivalent, wasn't any good. That's our original valve for the tuning, and that's our new one. It's a little bit longer, and the phosphorus is a bit narrower, but it won't make any difference. But the silver at the top of the tube on the Siemens one, there's nothing there at all. Very strange. See the other valve. The other valve has got the ring at the top, which would have contained the getter, which when it burns, it takes out the rest of the oxygen in the tube. That's what causes that dark area on top. But this tube hasn't got anything like that at all. There's no getter or nothing. Apart from that, they look exactly the same. Yeah, good, isn't it? Just to compare the two, brand new valve. Wow. Right, we need to set all this up now. It's going to take a little while. There it is there, ECC85 632.622 and 32.672. So let's plug it in and see what happens. Brand new valve, it should be perfect. I'm glad I tightened up these valve pins. So let's set these dials. So 32 is the first dial. Oh yeah, the first dial is a heater. 6. It's a 6-volt tube. 32 and 6, so we set this one to 32. Where is it? I'm trying to find it on the camera. There we are. We set that to 32. B is set to 6. So there it is, set to 6. C is set to 2. That's this one here. Set to 2. Our valve's in, so it's just a matter of plugging in. Plugging in our valve. I'll move this out of the way so the first test, quality, what we'd expect for a good valve. Grid emissions, none at all. Right, our next test is turn this switch to number 7, which it is now, number 7. This is the other half of the valve. It's not quite as good as the first half, but it's still in good. And grid emissions. Pressing this button here. That's a good valve. Brilliant. So what we've got to do is to put that valve in that socket there. I'm trying to poke it down, so it's loose. So it just clips onto the bottom of the valve and then it's secured in by that bracket. We've had to go back to soldering wires together. These terminal blocks are alright if you're joining 2 wires together, perfect. If you want to join more than 1 wire together, I need the next size up. These are too small. So on the terminal blocks, they're going to be alright for some things, but joining multiple wires together, they're no good, unfortunately. You'd have to use terminal connector, what you wire in chassis sometimes, and to me that's a waste of connectors that should be used on chassis. So I'm going to have to look out for the next size up of these connector blocks. Right, I've been up since about 4 o'clock because I woke up and I decided that I might as well get up, and I decided I'll tackle the cooker. So if you want to see what happened to the cooker, it will be in a video coming up very soon. Okay, let's get back to this radio. I filmed all I'm going to talk about already, but the camera was on zoom, and when I played it back, the commentary was fantastic, but you guys couldn't see anything was going on. I thought, oh God, this is no good. This is hopeless. So here I am now gonna reshoot that part of the video. The first half is already on the computer ready to edit. So we've got our variac turned down to 0 and we turn our variac on, and this is basically to show you guys the results of our 2 replacement tubes. So we've selected medium because you know, you have to press down on that, and the more you press down, the less resistance there is, and it could get a shock. I haven't yet, because remember the chassis is negative. Okay, there's our voltmeter. We'll stick it there because remember the back of this is live. And hang on a minute, what's going on here? I've got a wire sticking up in the air. Hang on a minute, what's all going on here? What's happened here? Right, it won't happen again. I've soldered the wire from the radio to the longer wire going into the back of the voltmeter, so it won't come off again. While I was waiting for that, I thought, because I read on the schematic was, at least I saw the schematic, and it looked like the bulbs was in the same circuit as the heaters and that in the valves. So I thought, while I'm waiting for that, as these things are pitch black, I thought I would test them. And as you can see, they don't look very clever, and they are wide open. So don't understand that one, because it's definitely in the same circuit. Maybe I'm getting my parallel and series connections mixed up in my head. Being dyslexic, it's one of the things that confuses me, just because of the, dyslexic again, because I am dyslexic, in case you guys didn't know. Right, okay then, going to reshoot this, and we will start again. Variac is turned down to 0 and is now on. Our voltage will appear here. We've got nothing on the amps still. We'll sort that out sometime. It's turned on to medium, so it's on. Volume is turned all the way up, mostly. So let's turn her up. So there's our voltage coming up. We're now on 100 volts already. And there's nowhere near enough voltage yet. So let's put it on to 150. Which is 157, I believe. Turn the voltage up a bit higher. Now coming up to 200. Just turn our light out so we can see what's going on with the... Oh, yeah, there's the filaments, we can see much better. So that's on 200. Now I'm not going any higher than 200, as you'll explain later on. Our magic eye is working. Tweeted about the awful news from London and we have the aerial from the back cover plugged in the best I can, though the connections are bent. I'll straighten them the best I can. Just going to get a kitchen towel. I'm not happy about turning this. 2 secs, get a kitchen towel. Right, back recording again. Just want to be safer, that's all. Full volume. Remember, I'm running this at 200 volts.
So, close. And as you can see, the
UK, when you had war and all that stuff, how come all of a sudden now, and we weren't using chemical pesticides? We tend to...
Well, that's our magic eye working. We'll do the long way. I'll read it. About the same as before. Right, what everyone's been waiting for, VHF. That's 200 volts. I found that when I turn the voltage down, that's about 175 volts there. So this is VHF.
Thank you very much.
much. Good morning. The second half of the weekend brings weather very similar.
Turn the volume up.
We had for the first half of the weekend.
Remember, 175 volts.
Showers. Some of the showers will be heavy.
Now watch what happens when I turn the voltage up. We're going to creep up to 200 volts. You see it starting to distort. Did you hear that? Right, reduce. That's 200 volts there. We're just reducing it down slowly. That's what I discovered. Okay, so we have an issue there. So at least we have something coming through the speaker. Right, we're going to bung this off now. That's just to give you some kind of an idea of what was happening. I mean, I spent a lot longer in the other part, which I have now deleted. Basically just describing and showing you what we're showing you there. Right, and just remind you, that's what the bulbs look like, and that's the voltage that we were using. So that there is 150, so that's about 170, 75 volts, something like that. Okay, so now I can add this to what's already been posted onto the computer. Sorry, not posted, which is on the computer. Also, in one of the other videos, I've called this radio a different model number. My mistake. It is a mistake. It is not a different radio. And today I will be editing that title and changing it. Whether if it would actually get through to the database or not, I don't know, but we'll change it. So we need 2 bulbs for definite. They're wide open, and it looks like, if you look at this, how black it is, it's possibly they just went bang, because that's soot on the inside of that bulb. That's why it's black. I've never seen a valve radio with bulbs like that for a long time. So I need a couple of bulbs. I'll probably order several. But, you know. Okay, I'll put all this together into a video. You've got some idea now of what's been happening. And we'll get back to the cooker, but that won't be released with this video. There'll be 2 separate videos, completely separate. Yep, so we'll turn our Variac off because we're finished with that. We'll turn it back down to 0 in preparation for the next time we're going to use it. And our voltmeter is down to 0. Great. Our light bulb didn't light up very much either. That's a good sign. That means we haven't got any dead shorts, as it were. Okay, let's get this up on the computer and then we can edit it, and we'll get back to the cooker. Fingers crossed that what I was working on, the plan to get this part out, if it works or not. And there's a nice look at our radio. Okay, then goodbye, and thank you very much for watching. Look forward to seeing you next time. Catch you later. Bye.